Welcome to Soup for the Soul. This is Kimmy Wyatt. Disclaimer, no portion of Soup for the Soul may be used in part or whole without the express written consent of Kimmy Wyatt. Hello, everyone. This Soup for the Soul is called Forgiving and Guilt. Once again, I can go in different ways with this. A lot of people, if someone's done something to you, the Bible says you should forgive, okay? Forgive this person, blah, 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 blah. And I'm paraphrasing, in other words, forgive the person so that you can go on with your life. Because if you don't forgive them, then you're harboring feelings and it's actually holding you back instead of going forward. I mean, all kind of psychiatrists and psychologists and authors and have written numerous books on forgiveness. And of course, like I said, as I was mentioning, the Bible speaks of it as well. Here's the deal. Depending on what someone's done to you, you really don't want to forgive them. And depending on who the accuser is, they may not care whether you forgive them or not, So you got whether you want to forgive or not and whether they care if you forgive or not. 4 different things here going on. And so for you, forgive. Now there's 2 types of forgiveness, just so that your soul can be okay and you can be rested and have peace of mind, yada, yada, yada. I'm pressed for time. I can't really go into details on that, but just so you can have peace of mind and move forward in your life, always forgive. Here's the deal. There's 2 types of forgiveness. There is private forgiveness with just yourself and the Lord. I hope you put the Lord in there when you're forgiving this person and asking him to give you peace of mind. And the second one, the second one is actually physically going up to the person, or physical verb or verbal forgiveness, which is basically the same. You're going up to this person and you're talking to this person on the phone and or however in person, and you're telling this person that you forgive them for whatever they did. Those are the 2 types. And I know I put some other stuff in there like physically or verbally, but basically verbally is what I meant to say. You are verbally forgiving them, or you're privately forgiving them. And as I stated, hopefully you're adding God with that and asking him to give you peace of mind. You guys, please don't think that you have to forgive someone in person, that you have to forgive someone, verbally. I keep saying in person, but verbally. You don't have to do that to have peace of mind, to try to get over it, to move on with your life. It is about your life. Regardless of what someone has done to you, you are the owner of that body that you wake up with every day, that mind that you wake up with every day, the brain, okay? And you are responsible for what goes on in your life, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Not the cause of what goes on in your life in most cases, because this is the reason for forgiveness, but you are responsible. 2 different things. For what goes on in your life, whom you let in your life, if you have the ability to make those decisions. Because when I speak on things, I also speak for everyone, basically. Little kids can't sometimes make decisions as to who they have in their lives. Okay, so if someone molested them when they were younger, that's a decision that you probably made as a parent to let them be around that person. And they're maybe harboring some resentment there, that you didn't see what was going on. And sadly, totally different topic. Ladies, please stop letting strangers or people that you feel close to, specifically men. Even though women will do things to kids as well, or women pedophiles, don't get me wrong, or female pedophiles, but it's predominantly men. Stop letting men, just because you've been dating this guy for 3 years and he buys you flowers and he does all this, please cut it out. I am so tired of the reason why kids are getting molested being predominantly, in most cases, because well, not predominantly in most cases, because the parent, usually the female, is letting strangers to the kids keep them. And when I say strangers, if you're molesting a child, you're a stranger to that child as far as I'm concerned. You do not love that child. I don't care if you're the uncle, the brother, the whatever. You're a stranger to that child, because anyone else would love that child and not do the things that you have done or are contemplating doing because of circumstances, because you can right now. Oh, she asked me to keep the kids. I kept them last week, but the little girl, I take her to the bathroom and she's using, you know how this stuff happens, you guys. I don't have to go into detail, but I just wanted to let you guys know that you do not have to verbally forgive someone for what they've done to you. Get over yourself. You don't have to do that. And a lot of people over 20 some years, for some people, have harbored this resentment against someone, which is valid. Don't get me wrong, if it's true. However, they feel like either they don't want to forgive, and that's their choice, or they want to forgive the person, but they don't want to face them. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to face your accuser, and whatever. An accuser could be whatever happened, whomever this is, and whatever happened. It's not always about incest and rape and something sexual. It's not, sometimes there's just a person in your life that you just really, mom and daughter. Perfect example. Oh gosh, you guys, wow, had it out a lot growing up, and you don't want to deal with her, and she doesn't want to deal with you. A mom and son, or whomever, two sisters, you just don't want to deal with the person. But then you wake up one day and say, you know what? Life is short. Life is short, and I really, really need to go to my grave not being guilty or feeling guilty. I want to go to heaven. I want to live, my soul live forever. So, with that being said, let me go ahead and let me go ahead and call my sister and tell her I just really just forgive her for what she did to me. She cooked my rabbit. Whatever. whatever it is, and that's not funny, but I'm just saying, whatever the situation is, please forgive people. Here you go. So, if you want to opt for forgiving people privately, whether just by yourself saying, hey, I forgive you, but I'm going to be honest with you, that sounds so fake, and it really has no to it, UMP, or some UMPH, however you spell it. It has no gusto to it. You really need to ask God to be there, with you as you forgive these people or this person. And when you do that, you're going to feel, I'm telling you, something that comes on you that's going to be so serene and calming. And God is going to be happy and smiling because you had him present when you forgave the person. Because I'm going to say it again, if you just sit up there and say a couple of words, anyone can do that. Hey, I forgive you. I forgive you. I forgive you. How does that sound? It's just like, okay, I just read a sentence out of a book, I forgive you. I'm just saying something. Lemonade has lemons, just saying something. It should have lemons. I mean, there's some stuff on the market, you guys. But if you add God into the equation, then you say, Lord, I need your presence here with me. You can say it this way. Okay, and I'm just making this up off the shooting straight from the dome, as a rapper that I interviewed, shooting from the dome. But I had said I say the dome all the time, but infrequently. I know what the dome is. You say when someone shoots from the dome, this is basically what you can say, meaning just coming off the top of your head. Say, Lord, I request your presence here with me right now. As you know, I had some things happen to me when I was younger, or whatever the situation is. And as you know me better than anyone on the planet. And I have a hard time forgiving. Will you give me peace of mind and accept that I am forgiving blank, whomever this person is? Say it like that, you guys. Get over it. You may have to say it 2 or 3 times, but say it. This is Kimmy Wyatt. Thanks for joining Two for the Soul. Hasta la vista. Buenas tardes, buenas noches, arrivederci, au revoir, salida. Don't let the doorknob hit you or the good Lord split you. Bye. Oh, it's smooches.